Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Andy Roto. Today, I'm going to be talking about Bad Batch, the new faction in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's an exciting faction compared to, unfortunately, the Mandalorians, but yet I don't doubt that the Mandalorians will become better once new characters come out in the future. But I am loving what I'm seeing, at least with what people are providing. I know Arnold T, they're like 1-2 shot teams, but like 2 tries. There's always that chance that the RNG can mess them up or misplays, because that can happen too. But yeah, Bad Batch has been a really solid team so far, at least with what I've been viewing, and a lot of people are enjoying it, especially since Echo, I'm going to mention this right now, Echo, yeah, this is the fastest I can get him right now. So he's at 170. His base speed is 198. The same as Moff Gideon's. That is phenomenal. The fastest non-galactic legend character. I still think the galactic legends are a little too fast. They could drop 100 speed each and they wouldn't be broken. Or they'd still be broken, but yeah. So yeah, Bad Batch is a phenomenal team. It's a team of 4. So I am going to mention right here, there will be a little bit of spoilers in this episode or this video. So if you don't want to watch spoilers, come back when you've seen the first episode of the Bad Batch. But I just want to mention it right now so I don't freak everybody out. Oh, you spoiled this for me. Well, I gave you warning. Some people, yeah. But still, yes, so I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. Yes, we have Hunter, Tech, Wrecker, Echo. We do not have Crosshair. I am on the side of they should have had added Crosshair. Yes, in the show, you see Crosshair's chip actually function properly. And like I said, I've already said this is spoiler warning, but so Crosshair does become that considered first-class Imperial clone stormtroopers, essentially. He follows orders, even though he was always against following orders. That chip triggered in him, but the other 4 didn't because of various reasons. I'll let you guys watch the you guys, if you've seen the episode and that's the reason. And if you're still listening, that's your loss. You'll have to go watch the episode now. But Bad Batch is, I feel like Crosshair should have been a 5th. They should have added a 5th, but there is speculation. If you've seen the show, there's a lot of people speculating that Omega, I don't know why they said Omega when she introduced herself. She's supposed to be a clone-esque mutation. I wonder if it was like a mutation of the DNA where randomly, instead of being a boy, it came out a girl. I don't know. We'll have to find out more, as the season progresses. But there's a possibility Omega could actually be the 5th member of Bad Batch. But there's also the fact I still feel like Crosshair should have been. The reason why I have a big problem with Crosshair not being in this faction is they have Jango Fett, a separatist, when he was only hired by them. And their excuses, if he's, they worked with him a little bit, yes. Crosshair was Bad Batch before Echo became Bad Batch, so he should still be in the faction. But we could see a change of that in the future. There could be a change possibility. But they only had time for 4 because they've been working on a lot of awesome changes. Like this up here part where you have all the energy at the top. It's phenomenal. They changed the starting characters. Now you got, oh man, like this one's still gonna annoy me. Ahsoka's face, it's it's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird. It throws me off. Anakin's face and stuff like that. So they've updated some characters in that regard. Why'd I go out? So let me go back in. But one thing I want to talk about Bad Batch is, you guys have seen all the kits. You can look at them in the game now. I'm going to talk about possibilities of characters that can work with the Bad Batch. Both Bad Batch leading and Bad Batch, being under a leader. And so far with testing with Arnold T, and I think a few others have been reporting that, Hunter's lead is the best of the best for Bad Batch. Just because, come on, there we go. Oh, I don't have it zated all the way. So you guys have to scroll it down. 35% max health, protection, and potency, 50 potency. And then When they have defense, all the Bad Batch allies have defense. They do true damage to all enemies, which is nice. Then Bad Batch allies have evasion up. Or when they have evasion up, they have 50% critical avoidance. So that's huge. It gives them more durability. And if they evade, then that's, a benefit to you too. New target lock, but it's a true damage. Like, this is a true damage here. There's a lot added. It's just the true damage of the Zeta that really spices it up. Because you're sitting there, everyone's doing basic, and, like Arnold's, battling a Padme team, and he's just targeting General Kenobi, and Anakin's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And so it's kind of nice. And so that's a phenomenal thing. Echo's great because of his, his speed. He's also kind of like a Moff Gideon / for the speed side of it, / Newt Gunray in some regards, with his unique, where, they lose, but he also has protection, health recovery, which is nice. They lose max health, max protection. They weaken the enemy, so that's always nice. So, but yeah, this team is phenomenal under Hunter. Now, I'm going to talk about some possibilities. Rex, he's great, but he's not the best anymore. Like, yeah, he can get that extra speed boost, and he has his Rex late, but he's still better with the 501st clones. Keep him there. But he's still an option to throw in. We've seen Cody with them a little bit, just because that mass assist is really the big thing. That mass assist is going to help, everyone go, especially since a lot of characters on this team love to double tap with their basic. Shock T's great with the counter chance. Like, Arnold T did defeat a Darth Revan team. Darth Revan did one AoE and it dropped Malak with all the counter chances, which is awesome. So Shock T is great with that counter chance setup. As well, she does have an extra call to assist. She has a taunt force. With her middle ability, she has some cleanses. R2-D2 I haven't seen much of, but R2-D2 I still feel like is a pretty strong contender depending on the team you're facing. I don't know which ones, but he adds more stealth, so Wrecker's going to be sticking out more. He's got his number crunch, so he's going to boost the damage, the survivability, crit chance. He has accuracy, which accuracy could play some, advantages. Plus, whenever Bad Batch critically hit, they're gonna cleanse, which is nice. But there wasn't too much testing with them. Zaris was a solid fifth. They can't really kill. I think it was it with Wat Tambor that he took on a SLKR team. Lost, but the team survived. But no, Zaris, she has dispels, cleansing, or not dispels, but cleansing, healing with her Zeta. It's phenomenal. There's yet to be seen of ARC Trooper and Sergeant here. ARC Trooper makes sense. Just imagine throwing the turret onto Echo, where Echo, he's got a lot of speed. He's going to go quite a bit. He's going to go. And so he does this little ability where he inflicts daze everywhere, and then he already dispels debuffs, but then he's getting assist from the turret. So ARC Trooper could be a possibility where you could throw Ahsoka with 501st and throw some other crazy teams or members with Padme. There's a lot of options to play around with. Sergeant just has all that turn meter reduction, but it could be a possibility. Another option I haven't seen yet, but I'm pretty sure, more testing will come in the next, month or so, within the next month. Double Echo. Because one of the things he has is he assists I think it's copy that. Yeah, whenever another clone trooper or 501st ally uses their basic ability during their turn, Echo assists. So all that double tapping, Echo, I believe Echo would assist with that, at least assist once, but he's gonna assist with it. So you have two Echoes on the team. Yeah, you do weaken your 501st, but then again, if you're running General Skywalker with someone else, you could throw the other clones with Cody or Sergeant in that slot, and throw it under Shock T. So there is that. So Echo could be a possibility. There is possibility of, during testing before, Echo and Wrecker and all them everyone was released. Plo Koon is a possibility. He's an extra tank, so he's going to stand out. I think is he evasive? Critical avoidance, protection, and resistance. Oh, that's his tank. Okay, he's one of those rare tanks. Most tanks are protection, health, steel, and armor. But this is interesting. He's a special tank. He protects against special effects, but he'd still be sticking out once someone foresights, which is nice. So he's an extra tank. He's going to soak up damage like Wrecker is, unless he's not taunting. And Wrecker is, but like he's going to be sticking out. He's going to be giving extra turn meter. He's a pretty solid choice as well. But then you get some of these other ones, like you can throw L3 just to have that auto taunt out there. Watt Tambor's great to, make Wrecker taunt first, unless you're facing a CLS team that stuns them. Hermit Yoda's a possibility. Start spreading around Masters training where the whole team is like getting, let's see, what is it? What are those? 25%, they'll only be getting 25% accuracy, defense, offense, potency, and tenacity. So there is some solid use there. And then I have to scroll back down. I know this doesn't stay. Malik is an option. I have yet to see it. But armor? Well, Malik's is an option just because he's a tank. He stacks out. They trip him up. You're going against 501st Bad Batch with enemies having fears, so you're stopping their turns. That's phenomenal. But I haven't seen any armor, but just imagine armor spreading that level 3 Mando or Beskar armor buff. Oh, it's going to be nice if they are like counter chancing, can't be critically hit, recover, especially if you throw it on Wrecker first. You want to throw it on probably Wrecker first because he's going to stick out mostly. He's going to sit there, recover max, he gets more health, more defense. He recovers protection at the end of a turn, but he's going to be countering all the time, and he has some double tap capabilities. So I don't see why armor wouldn't fit in this as a fifth. We haven't seen her used yet, but yeah, she can stick out there, especially how fast Echo is. So she could just spread that over to Wrecker, and oh man, him countering is nice. And then we finally got Moff Gideon. He's another. You might as well throw the second guy in there. It weakens the enemy team, so they can't hit you as badly. And then you got the fact of you control the situation where unless you're facing Darth Revan or Padme or a Galactic Legend team, you're going to be able to strip their turn meter, and your team's just going to keep going. I know what's nice is you could probably do Echo, go through your turns, cycle back through Moff Gideon the second turn, use your Darksaber the first turn, and then control the situation and do it again. And you get a lot of turns out of that. So that is definitely pretty much a good chunk of characters I can see making it. L337 is just an auto taunter just to throw in there if you needed one. There's a lot of auto taunters like Baze and Crew you can throw in, but you got to keep them for their specific teams. But last but not least, I'm going to hurry rush through characters that could work as leaders, yet Hunter is still by far the better leader, giving more durability, more potency, and having that the true damage when a Bad Batch has defense up. So Rex is an option because, well, his leadership has stood the test of time, and it's been buffed since then. A lot of people were worried it was going to be weakened, nerfed, like HK-47's was, but nope, it was buffed, which was nice. Cody's a very possibility. Like, you definitely be keeping protection up on everybody. They'd be able to crit more often. They'd also gain a lot more defense. Oh, I don't have it stated, but they'd have more defense, and then they have the protection recovery. So yeah, that's actually pretty solid. Padme might be an interesting opportunity. Yeah, there is some, linkage to the old, when Bad Batch first came out as a unfinished episode that aired on StarWars.com, but they've since yet taken it down since that episode was redone, the beginning of last year. But Padme is an option. Like, yeah, you lose out on the turn meter gain. That's the downside of this. But you're giving the team max health, protection up with Padme. They're gonna, not be critically hit, can't be debuffed. That's pretty solid. So it's kind of an upside downside trade, and they don't lose turn meter either. And they get courage. So just imagine, a lot of courage on someone, and they just double tap. It could be pretty solid. Rey, this is a stand-in, of course, but Galactic Legend Rey, she gives speed, mastery, and max health. And she's a Galactic Legend, so it makes sense for her. What else? Whatever. General Kenobi, this one could be interesting. Just first off, I'll say he also works, I forgot to put him down, but he also works as a 5th under Hunter, because he can, whenever Wrecker takes damage and is critically hit, he'll gain crit immunity, and General Kenobi will taunt, so they're sharing the damage. So that could be annoying. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to the leadership. But it also gives max health, defense, huge defense boost. And then whenever they use, supporters gain stealth, tanks taunt when they use a special ability, and attackers gain advantage. So they're going to attack more. I think Echo is a support. Yeah, Echo's a support. Tech, not Echo. Tech and Echo are support. So they'll keep themselves stealthed a lot under General Kenobi lead. But Hunter, he'll get advantage where Wrecker will taunt. So it's pretty solid. Old Ben is in place. Well, you could do Old Ben too because of the turn meter, the evasion chance, but it's kind of a weak leadership. I put him in here in place of the new Galactic Legend Obi-Wan. We don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to be Galactic Republic? Is he going to be... We don't know what he's going to do. He's going to be Galactic Republic Jedi Council. We don't know. We don't know what he's going to do. So Old Ben is in this place because we don't know what's happening with Galactic Legend Kenobi. But there's a possibility he might actually work as a good, leader. Like Jedi Master Luke is not on this list just because he only benefits mostly Jedi, where he does some weaker stats to non-Jedi. But Obi-Wan still, Jedi Master Luke does still taunt often, so he's an extra taunter. So, if you want to get cheeky with it, Anakin, Jedi Knight Anakin, but he's not worth it. 5s could be an option. And I have Ahsoka in here. She could actually be a 5th as well. Just because, 5th under Hunter lead because of all the buffs that are spread around with this team. So she could go knock some characters out. But this one is in here just in case we do get a Commander Tano, or not Commander Tano, but a it'd probably be the Rosario Dawson version Mandalorian Ahsoka Tano. We could possibly get that. And the only reason why I threw this in there is if we get that Ahsoka, how will she work? It's not confirmed, but it is a possibility. With Capital Games, it's a possibility. Because a lot of people are predicting Obi-Wan, Fallen Anakin, or Darth Vader, Maul, and Ahsoka. Of course, they can't do Commander Tano because Commander Tano is now a legendary level kind of thing. I don't know what she is. She's going to be unlocked in the Conquest. And also, this Ahsoka is in here also for Commander Tano because we don't know what she's going to lead either. She could lead Clone Troopers and 501st. She could have like 501st synergies, and Clone Trooper, synergies as well. So there's that possibility. So Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is on here for 2 reasons. A possible future Galactic Legend Ahsoka. Now I'm stumbling over my words. I'm sorry. And Commander Tano that's been announced. So, but aside from that, that is my theory crafting of what characters might work the best with the Bad Batch. But so far, I will say 100%. Hunter is the best leader by far for the Bad Batch. Granted, yes, they could always add a 5th Bad Batch member, possibly even a 6th. Like I said, suppose at the beginning, if you made it this far, I don't know why, but yeah, whatever. We could still get a Crosshair because to me it makes sense if they're going to do Jango Fett Separatists. And like what Urs says, Palpatine piloting his own shuttle. Then again, we don't know. We haven't seen that Palpatine could have piloted it. But if they're going to do that, Capital Games, why don't you just release Crosshair? It makes sense. He could have some target lock synergies. He could probably have a target lock setup. If like Hunter is the leader, target lock, whenever it gets cleansed, it gets reapplied like damage over time with Darth Vader. It could be something like that. So who knows? We'll see what happens in the future. We might get more. We'll probably find out more probably by the end of the summer when Bad Batch, the show finishes up. So we'll see. Aside from that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you know of any characters I missed that could work with Bad Batch, either under the leadership of Bad Batch or their own leader? Other than that, thank you for watching. I really appreciate all those that watch the videos I make, and you guys have a phenomenal day.